More breaking news in a CBS Sports HQ. One day after the New Orleans Saints' longtime franchise quarterback retires, the franchise finds their future. Well, at least their near future. The Saints and quarterback Jameis Winston have reached an agreement on a one-year deal worth up to $12 million. Winston served as the backup to Brees last season in New Orleans, seeing limited action even in Brees' absence. With more on the deal, we're joined now by CBS NFL Insider Jason La Canfora. JLC, the Saints have welcomed volatility into their huddle once again. Winston famously led the NFL in yards and interceptions his final season as a starter in Tampa. We also have to look at this in terms of the Taysom Hill deal a day ago. You called it funny money. Before we get to the numbers, I'll simply ask this. Who takes snap number 1 week 1 next season?
It may be someone not on the roster because this won't preclude them from drafting a quarterback, and there will be competition. But I've been reporting since November that they wanted Jameis back and felt like there was more clay to mold there. And Sean Payton very much liked the strides that Jameis was making and how he was handling himself and how immersed in the offense he was. And he has some athletic ability, big, strong arm. There's a lot to like there. But look, this is a lot like the Cam Newton situation. There's people running around saying how he's $14 million, $13 million. This is going to be a base in the range of $3 to $5 million, and then a lot of incentives that, frankly, will be pretty hard to reach. So they're in a cap bind. This is not going to compromise them from a cap standpoint. There's familiarity there, and the Taysom Hill thing was literally a salary cap mechanism. They added fake years so that they could lower his base salary, turn it into a bonus, pay him the money up front, spread it over 4 fake years, and create much-needed cap savings because he was in the final year of his deal, and you can't spread money around years if there's no years to spread it. But again, look for the Saints to continue adding quarterbacks.
Fully voidable is never a clause you want in a contract. Hill's phantom figure, that 9-year deal, only really costing the Saints $8.5 against the cap next season. It's going to be interesting to see how much of Winston's contract, like you said, is in bonuses and money that's not going to hurt them cap-wise. I think we learned a lot about how this franchise felt about the former #1 pick when Drew Brees went down with those rib fractures last season and Winston was not immediately handed the keys to the car. What about for Winston's maturation? You obviously don't want to be the guy left without a chair when the music stops, but would he have been better off waiting out the quarterback market and starting somewhere new, somewhere where there isn't a gadget waiting in the wings to eat up snaps?
No, I mean, look, he was out there last year, I'll say pre-pandemic. I mean, the pandemic had started, but no one exactly knew what it was going to be. You know, people in NFL free agency last year early on was pretty much operating as they usually would. There was not much out there for him then. He took the best case for his development, which is go with Sean Payton, learn that offense, be around Drew Brees, and then he didn't play much this year, obviously. So it's difficult to relaunch yourself into the market that way. There are going to be 4 or 5 kids taken in the first round. There's been 2 quarterback trades of significance already. There may be a couple others. So that's limited mobility for a guy like Jameis Winston, and not surprised by this outcome in the least.
Jason La Canfora, always with one ear to the ground. Thanks for the time, JLC.
You got
Jameis Winston himself commenting on the new deal, quite simply, with a couple fleur-de-lis.
Everything that matters about the game, the highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.